It's John Santucci for DCPalm.com, Treasure Coast Newspapers. This, of course, is Dennis. I need no introduction, Jacob. We are here live at Jensen Beach High School, home. I love them. Wow. I don't get that response when I go home. It's like, leave. Anyways, Dennis, before we get into Jensen Beach, Martin County, winner takes home this trophy, by the way. We might take it home for the day. Think so?
That's good.
Think so, too?
I wouldn't mind having it.
Okay, it's going to go on Dennis's desk. So Week 10 takeaways. Before we get into Week 11, a couple big games, but your Week 10 takeaway.
I'm going to go with South Florida quarterback Stone Labanowitz. He passed for 440 yards and 5 touchdowns to become the area's all-time leading passer, 6,443 yards and counting. One more game to go. Within range of the all-time touchdown record, which is 59. He needs 5 against Jupiter. That's possible as well. The one shame is all those yards, all those great plays will not have a playoff appearance to show for it. The only thing missing from an otherwise sparkling resume.
Yeah, let me ask you this. When we talk about Stone, you've been here for a long time. In the time that you've been here, is he the best player to not have a playoff appearance, in your opinion?
Well, that's kind of hard to say because back in the day, only the district champs advanced. It's a lot different now with runners-up going, but he's certainly one of the best. And I think the thing that beyond the not going to the playoffs, he's just a good kid. Right. Everybody likes him, and he's always handled himself with class on the field, and he's had a career that he should be very proud of.
By the way, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Albert Wilson never made it to the playoffs either, so life goes on beyond high school. You know, for me, it's Vero Beach's second quarter against Central was unbelievable. I don't think anybody, especially you and I, would have thought that Fort Pierce Central Vero Beach would be a running clock leading into the second half. So for them to cause the turnovers they did, for them to score 31 points against a good Central defense, I don't believe that had given up 31 and a half going into that game. For them to score 31 in a quarter was just astounding.
Well, with the district title on the line for Vero Beach, they showed how much they wanted it. They were very focused, took care of business, and now, of course, they've got that big game this week we'll be talking about shortly. Yeah,
let's go right into that, and let's throw out a little promo here just for everybody involved. We're going to be doing a special Prep Zone on the road tomorrow in the Citrus Bowl with Vero Beach coach Lenny Jankowski and Sebastian River coach Kevin Pettis. That'll be 10 a.m. Facebook Live. Be there, and you know, if you need to go to the bathroom during class to watch it, that's fine too. Just don't tell your principal. Anyhow, Vero Beach, Sebastian, how do you see this one playing out? What's the number one thing for you when you look at this game with 2 undefeated teams in the season finale?
I think it's one of the few times when you have a showdown like this of unbeatens where it is so clear what the matchup is. Vero Beach, 39 plus points a game. Sebastian River allows 2.2. Something's got to give when you put those two teams together. It's going to be interesting to see just which side breaks. Absolutely.
Last year's game, 14-10. Vero Beach needs a last-minute touchdown to win that game. I see this game being very similar, very close, very low scoring. So we'll get to that tomorrow. Dennis, we got this trophy here, Ferguson County Championship Trophy. It's never actually left Jensen Beach. They've owned this trophy. I think it's part of the Falcon birthright or something. But tell us a little bit about Fergie, who he was, and why this trophy is so significant to Martin County.
Well, it's interesting because Ferguson moved here when he was a preteen, moved to Jensen Beach, in fact. So he would have actually been a Falcon had there been a Jensen Beach High School way back in the 30s. But he went to Old Stewart High, which is now Martin County, was an all-state end on the 1937 team that finished 9-1. That was the first 9-win season in the county. He went on to set pass receiving records at the University of Florida, but he's perhaps best known for giving his life, essentially, in the World War II, the D-Day invasion. He played a pivotal role that day, suffered injuries, shrapnel wounds to his head that eventually took his life in 1954. The University of Florida has an award named after him ever since that season, and he's the only athlete from this county that's in the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. So certainly a great, compelling story that every kid that plays for this trophy should know about.
Absolutely, and getting into this, and I know you've been hammering on this for a long time. How much do you like the fact that Martin County has a trophy, that these kids get to play for that series year round, that's in the back of their minds, that this is a trophy game?
I think it's easy motivation. I think kids always like to play for prizes. And I think you see it at the college level all the time with all the crazy traditions that go on. And I think these kinds of traditions, just like Martin Bowl with South Fork and Martin County, I think it's awesome and always serves to increase interest in the sport in the county. I think it's a good thing.
Absolutely, I'm with you. I think this is great. Actually, Coach, I'm going to have you jump in real quick. I know we didn't schedule this, so Sam doesn't know what to do with the mics. That's all right. But Coach, what's it like, this trophy? What does that mean for you guys?
Well, the trophy means a lot simply because it gives us an opportunity to go out and compete, number one. All the schools are, striving to win that trophy. And the fact that it's been in Jensen Beach since the inception of the trophy, we have a lot of pride in that. So we tell our kids to make sure that they understand what the trophy stands for. It's pride in the county, period. The fact that it's been in Jensen Beach, obviously we love that. We don't plan on giving it up to anytime soon, I will tell you that. But the fact that it is here and the kids get a chance to play for it, it's a sense of pride.
Perfect, appreciate it. All right, let's see if Sam can hold those again. Sam Oliver, first punter ever to be on PrepZone on the road, so congratulations for that. 3 people know that you're a punter, so that's all. Now they won't stop. This is great. But you guys have had this, like we said, throughout. How important is this trophy to you as a player?
It's very important. I mean, we've had it since it's existed, and we don't plan on giving it up.
Martin County comes to your place Thursday. Obviously, they're going to move on. They're going to the postseason. This is the last game for you guys. How big is it when you play County? Just what's that like around your team? What's it like in the locker room leading up to the game?
It's big. I mean, we are such big rivals, and we've been for years. So just playing your rival, just getting hyped for that, it's big.
Which game's bigger, this one or South Fork?
Probably this one because it's our last game and it's just a lot to prove.
All right, now you also play a little bit of linebacker. Maybe it's you play linebacker and a little bit of punting. I'm not sure how you look at that, but you guys have beaten County soundly the last few years. What is the key to keeping that going for you guys on Thursday?
I'd say stopping their offense and just staying together, not letting anything fall apart, just stay close.
Perfect, appreciate it. Thanks. Give that up to Coach.
Coach, it's easy when things are going well and you're winning a lot of games, everybody's happy. It's tougher when things aren't going so well. You guys have struggled in recent weeks because of a lot of reasons, but what's the toughest part about dealing with a losing streak?
Well, the toughest part is, it can be very, very excruciating mentally and physically. We're not making any excuses, but, to go out there and to give your best and just somehow, some way you come up on the short end of the stick. The main thing you have to do mentally is stay prepared, and realize that sooner or later you just got to keep grinding. We can't worry about who's here and who's not here. So we're just going to go out there and grind and do the things that are necessary, stay mentally strong, stay together like Sam talked about earlier. I will give a little plug for Sam. I will say he's probably one of the leading punters, most athletic punters I've ever been around. I've been around some nice ones. He's averaging over 44 yards per punt, plays middle linebacker for us, plays fullback for us. So, he's not just a punter. But he said it best, we have to stick together, and that's the main part, sticking together and realizing that, we're right on the edge. It's not like any of those games we got blown out. We were right on the edge. Ball bounces another different way. You're looking at us being maybe 6-2, somewhere in there. So it could be a very different outcome right now. But it's not, so we have to deal with it and move on.
It's no secret that injuries have really hampered you guys in the second half of the season. It's tough when you lose game breakers like Jamie and Sherwood and Ty Jackson. How tough is it to deal with the loss of guys like that?
Well, I mean, you can't replace those guys. You can't simulate what they do. You can't replace them. They have been very good leaders, both of them, like coming out, even though they've been injured and things of that nature. They've been encouraging the kids as best they can. And it's tough for them because they know that they could be helping the team. But the other part is that, we have that motto, next man up. So we have to have the, next guy's going to have to come in and compete and work as hard as those guys would and have and try to execute the best we can. So we can't worry, again, we can't worry about what we don't have. We got to deal with what we have.
How good is it that you guys are ending the season with a rival in Martin County?
Oh, it's great. I mean, this is our playoff. You know what I mean? And the fact that we've been county champs for the past 3 years in a row speaks volumes for this team and how they've finished the last couple of seasons. And the fact that we're playing Martin County just, it's even, it amps it up a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because it is a county rivalry. These guys know each other. They've known each other, since they were small. It's one of those type of things, you want to find out what you're made out of. You know, they're going to the playoffs. Unfortunately, we're not. So we're going to use this as our playoff. And, you know, they got to come in the birdcage. So we're going to find out what this is all about.
It's no secret that Martin County likes to throw the football. Austin Kirkendall has passed for well over 2,000 yards and a school record 20 touchdown passes. How do you slow or at least try to contain a guy like that?
You execute. You have to execute your game plan. Obviously, you can't simulate what they do because you don't have that, you know, we're not built that way as of right now. But what you try to do is execute your game plan and worry about what you do best. And, you know, even though they have an offense that's, you know, very prolific, he's thrown for a lot of yards, but I think we got some kids that are ready to play. And, you know, I look at it too, we have a pretty good defense. And they've shown that in the past couple of weeks, actually all season. So, and also too, we're not too shabby on offense ourselves. So, you know, it's going to be one of those type of things. I think it's going to be a difference in style. You know, their spread versus what we do up front and how we run the ball. So, again, you know, they have to worry about us too. So that's how I see it.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Dennis, let's get into this week, and we're going to end with Jensen Beach County, as we always do, ending with the rivals. I think we're going to hold Sebastian Vero for tomorrow to leave something to be desired. Bayside Central just dominated this game last year. I don't think Bayside has won in a couple years, so how do you see this game playing out?
Bayside's lost 22 in a row, and I know Central wants to end on a good note, and they're going to end on a good note, 45-7.
Yeah, it's frustrating, I think, for some coaches because you look at Bayside 2 years ago, and this is a good program. They've struggled the last couple of years. It's not a good matchup. I don't think. I think Central wins this one 52-7. I think they're going to take out some aggression from last week. Titusville, Treasure Coast. Treasure Coast went to Titusville last year, lost that game, shut out as they head into the playoffs. Repeat, or does Treasure Coast get the win here?
I think Treasure Coast is going to do what they've been doing successfully for most of the year. They're just going to control the clock with their running game and rely on that fairly sound defense to make plays again. I think they win this game 21-10 and take some momentum into the playoffs.
I agree with you on one of those scores, 21-7. Treasure Coast beats Titusville. John Carroll Catholic, North Broward Prep. How do you see this one?
Is there a more mystifying team than John Carroll? Allowed 50 points in consecutive weeks, then put up 60 against Holy Trinity last week. North Broward Prep also scores a lot of points. I look for North Broward Prep to win a wild one again, 40-34, but it's going to go down to the end.
52-48, North Broward Prep. I think we're pushing 100 again in these games. St. Ed's, Orlando Christian, Sunshine State Athletic Conference semifinal. St. Ed's now going on the road. They've been home for a long time. How do you see this game playing out?
Boy, this is a great matchup. Both teams have shown the ability to score points in bunches, and St. Edwards has just been absolutely phenomenal on offense the last few weeks. And I think they're going to find a way to get it done. I think they're going to get a rematch with Windermere Prep, this time with the conference championship at stake, the Coastal League championship of the SSAC at stake. They're going to beat Orlando Christian Prep 37-35.
Wow, I really like Orlando Christian's offense. You have nothing bad to say about St. Ed's. They played so well lately, but I do think Orlando Christian's offense and the multiple things they do is going to be a little bit of a problem. I see them winning this one 35-28. Doral Academy at Westwood. Now, not an exciting matchup, but it's been an exciting game the last couple years. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, the Firebirds have already clinched a Class 7A playoff berth. They played very well throughout the season. Their only loss is to the champion in that district, 16-7A Matter Academy. I think it's going to be too much Doral for Westwood. I think Doral wins this game 31-13.
Westwood obviously also, by the way, going to the playoffs. They play American Heritage next week. Things do not get any easier, but I think Doral is just going to be too much offensively this week. I think it's going to be 31-14. Port St. Lucie Centennial, pride of Port St. Lucie trophy on the line. Who gets that trophy?
Well, I think the teams have been shut out, if I remembered it correctly, a total of 10 times, 6 by Centennial. So competitively, you should think it should be a good game. But I think Centennial will get its running game going enough to win this game 17-7 and go out on a good note.
Yeah, I think Centennial's O-line is just going to be too much in this one, and they have a couple different backs that can carry the ball. So I think Centennial wins this one 21-7. Jupiter South Fork. So I want two things. One, I want the score, and two, Distill and Lebanowitz just destroy all the records in the same month.
Well, South Fork is 4-5. Jupiter 1-8. We'll have a new coach. Coach has already resigned. And you're right, Stone needs 5 touchdown passes to break the record. It would be his 60th. It would be the area's all-time record. I think South Fork's going to win this game 42-21. And yes, I think he will get 5 touchdown passes on the dot to get to 60.
Wow, I'm going to say 42-28 South Fork, and I'm going to say he gets 4 and ties the record. leave something for Jordan Watkins in the record books. One of my best games this week, Okeechobee-Clewiston. Fantastic rivalry that has not always gone Okeechobee's way. Actually, it usually goes Clewiston's way, but these teams are very similar this year. How do you see this one?
Well, it's the 65th time the teams have played since 1944, so you got to love a rivalry that stood the test of time. That said, Okeechobee has a ton to play for. Not only are they trying to build momentum for the playoffs next week, but they're trying to reach 8 wins in a season for only the 6th time ever. I think they're going to get it done, 27-24, in a great game.
Wow, I want to go with Okeechobee. My head says, though, that Clewiston's at home, and they've just played this rivalry so well. I think Clewiston's going to do the same thing that Jensen Beach did to Okeechobee last week. I think they're going to line up a lot of double tight and just run the ball down their throat and dare them to stop them in that. And I'm not sure Okeechobee's built for that right now. So I think Clewiston's going to win this one 31-24. I do think it'll be a great game. All right, here we go. Martin County, Jensen Beach. Winner takes this. How do you see this game playing out?
You know, Jensen Beach's defense played very well last week in that loss to Okeechobee. But the one thing that Martin County's been able to do against everyone is throw the ball and throw the ball consistently. Austin Kirkendall has had a dream season. And honestly, I think that's going to make the difference in this one. I think they win this game 24-10.
And this is why we don't give out the footballs until the end, because I'm close to you and I don't want to get hit. Here's the thing. I've gone with the home team. When we've gone to PrepZone on the road, I've gone with this school. I pick the school every time, not because I'm trying to be a homer. I just think I like that matchup. I've gone 7-2 that way. I believe that's the number, not including Hurricane Matthew. So I'm not going to switch it up now. I'm going to go with Jensen Beach to win this one. Listen. Here's my prediction. Jensen Beach wins this game 17-14. This guy kicks the game winner. And here's why I think that. For whatever reason, this is the game that Jensen Beach seems to, I think, play its best football of the year. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if Coach Caffey, just has something intuitive. He won't tell me, by the way. But I think that they're going to play one of their best games of the year. I think that Jason Laux is going to get, what do you have, 35 carries last week? I think he'll have that in the first half. No. But I think he's going to get a lot of carries. I think he's going to get a lot of yards. They're built to do what Martin County struggles to stop, which is run the ball. So I think they're going to hold the ball, control the clock, and they're going to find a way to win this one. Like I said, 17-14, Jensen Beach wins this one. So appreciate you watching. Appreciate Sam, Coach Caffey, Jensen Beach High School. We will have a special PrepZone on the road tomorrow. Like I said, Sebastian Rivero, 10 o'clock, Facebook Live. And see ya.
See ya.